Good morning, class, and welcome back to HotS School. In today's lesson, we were going to be covering Hanzo, ranged assassin from the Overwatch universe, brother of Genji. Hanzo excels in aerial denial by poke. His poke is pretty unparalleled in this game. He has the super strong basic attack, which was kind of nerfed a little bit here recently. Has the ability to uncloak cloaked targets and can do a ton of damage, specifically in tighter areas. So on maps that have little corridors and stuff like that. But without going too much more into it, let's see what Hanzo can do.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Alrighty, so we find ourselves on Alterac Pass. The friendly team being Hanzo, Zarya, Arthas, Asmodan, and Stukov versus Lucio, Zagara, Mal'Ganis, Orphea, and Nazeebo. So we are going to be focusing on just really trying to poke to keep people off of the objective. This is a good map for us. There's a lot of areas where people are being slowed, whether it be going through those little pits or kind of some tight areas that we can use our scatter arrow. Hanzo is, I got him to level 16, but I haven't played him in not too long. There was a substantial nerf to the build that I usually ran with him here in this last patch, so we'll see kind of how that kind of plays out. There was a talent that you could take that basic attacks would reduce the cooldown on your scatter shot, and they nerfed it from it reducing the cooldown off of minions as well as heroes, and now it's just heroes. So we're going to take at level 1, we're going to take Simple Geometry, which basically is just going to, after we hit 20 heroes with our Scatter Arrows ability, we'll get an additional 2 arrows. So our Q ability is charging our Stormbolt. So after a short period of time, you fire a straight line shot, as you saw there. Our W ability is Scatter Arrows. So as you can see, Hanzo has these little lines around all of the terrain. And it's all about geometry. If you've played Pool and are good at Pool, you will love Scatter Arrow. It's all about reflecting it, kind of like that, and getting the damage that you can. We're just gonna throw that vision there, no real reason. The thing that I am always that I always forget to do with Hanzo, and it's like his best thing, really, honestly. Hanzo's basic attack hits like a truck. And I've got to be better about weaving in basic attacks while I am doing what I'm doing. Ooh, come on. Got him. All right, and our trait ability is called Natural Agility. It allows us to jump over terrain just like that, so we can make a little escape there. And so right now we are just trying to suppress and get some scatter arrow shots like that on that Orphea.
Now you die. The dragon hunger.
Hanzo's basic attack hits crazy hard. Yeah, baby.
I do what I must.
Okay, come over here. Just trying to get as many hits off on that on our scatter arrows as we can, so we can build up that quest. We're already at 13 stacks, 20 is the max, so we are doing real good considering we're not even 2 minutes into the game. Oh god, we're gonna jump over that wall, save ourselves there.
I understand.
Go ahead and get some shots off on that. Go ahead and keep dealing some basic attack damage to this Mal'Ganis. And just like that, as you can see, we have a great ability of being able to zone people out because our poke hits so hard. At level 4, we're going to take Explosive Arrows. So Storm Bow explodes on minions and monsters. So when it hits something, when it hits a minion, sorry. Hey, we already finished our level 1 quest 2 minutes 27 seconds into the game. We're gonna go ahead and do this because it's bothering me. Probably bothering you guys too. Get rid of that Zag creep. So now we got more scatter arrows, so we can do even more damage out there. And as you saw, our Stormbow explodes when it hits minions, which is going to help our wave clear a lot. Alternatively, you can take a talent that lets your Stormbow do more damage to minions. I like the explosion one, so that I can do kind of sure damage to everything in the area. Scatter arrows, I love them, but I'm never quite too sure on how I'm gonna make them work. So we're gonna throw that there so we can see some Zag stuff. Just trying to let's do some damage over there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just trying to keep getting out damage as much as we can. Thank you, Zarya. Gonna take some damage from that Orphea. So one thing that you gotta focus on as Hanzo, and it's something that I from time to time will lose my focus on, is you're so focused on so scatter arrow, if you hit a hero instead of hitting it off terrain, it does not explode like that. Come on. Ah! Damn it. Oh, we suck. So one thing you gotta watch out with Hanzo is that if you are, God, we missed all of them. What I tend to do is I will focus on where I'm shooting and not focus on where I am. And next thing I know, I'm standing in a bunch of, like, bad stuff. All right, so we want to go ahead and at level 7, we are going to take... I'm going to take Stormbow grants spell power. Usually I would take the other talent, but since it doesn't happen except for on heroes, we're going to take it. We're going to take the spell damage increase and try to power up our, essentially try to power up our scatter arrow. Click my mini map. Damn, Zag. We're just gonna jump over there to kind of get Zag stuff off of us. Gonna jack Zag up. Oh god, we missed. Oh, we're gonna die. Damn it. Had we not missed, we would have killed Zag, but we missed. But as you can see, we can do a considerable amount of damage, and most of it's just been poke. We just haven't been. We've been missing the shots that count, which is unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. So we lost the objective here, so we need to regroup. We're gonna go back mid. Drink some coffee, because that's the most important thing. Got to make sure that you're caffeinated. Oh, that was bad. Gonna back up. Don't want to get slept. Just trying to take this guy out. Gonna hit those minions, get the explosion.
The dragon hungers. Target practice. See that which is unseen.
Nice, Arthas. Nice, nice, nice.
Hardly a challenge.
We're gonna come down here and try to defend what we can. And we're gonna crash on a Zebo here. Hit him with some scatter arrows.
Thank you, leader.
Go ahead and take him out. And launch that up there. At level 10, you know what? I'm gonna take Dragon Strike. So if you've played Overwatch, it's the same ability. Big old dragon, kind of an area denial, does damage as people stay in it. So that's what we're gonna hope for here. Try to get some of that action going on. We're gonna go ahead and cut them off, so they gotta stay close. Doing some more damage there. Go ahead and peg this Genji. Or Lucio, sorry.
See through the dragon's eyes.
I got it. Back up, back up. Damn. That's good. Ooh, got a good damage in on that Lucio. Not going to be able to get a kill off on him though. Man, we're doing a ton of damage. We're just not getting the final hits that matter. There, gotta clear out this minion wave. So go ahead and soften them up, and then hit one with a decent amount of health, and get the explosion to kind of help clear that out. You know what? We're gonna Hearth first, so we can have mana, and then we're gonna head up to the objective. We're gonna need to take out that Lucio or something. That Lucio's doing a good job of keeping them healed up right now. Just kind of doing what we can. We're gonna go ahead and get some scatter shots in there. Bad shots. See, if we can get somebody in here, that'd be. Oh, well, we got our wish here. We can get out though. We're gonna get killed by the deal. Uh-oh, that's not good. They have a really good team for getting a lot of damage out. As you can see, they got their Orphea with her burst damage. You got Zagara with her abilities of throwing out all kinds of different creep, which kind of or not creep, but her different minions, which really work against us because they will eat our shots that we're trying to use to hit. To hit the heroes themselves.
I will strike you down. Locked by the dragon.
So we're gonna go ahead and do that damage there. Back up. We need to clear this out some. So we're just gonna throw this down. Ooh, we caught Lucio in it real good. He had to use his bro shield, but we're gonna jump over this so we get out of all of that situation. Did damage, but wasn't enough to be able to stop it. We didn't have anybody go in, so we zoned them kind of off the point, but didn't really go in to capitalize on that.
Flow like water.
We no longer have a fort there. Choose a talent.
Level 13. We are going to go ahead and take increased mount speed and natural ability mounts. So our trait ability, where we jump over terrain, we are going to use that to mount as soon as we do so, which is going to really help our mobility as far as getting away in the event that we need to. Come up here, try to defend. This is, however, most likely gone. Really didn't have anything to follow up that Zarya ult with. Ah! The shot got eaten. Joke. I got that natural ability mount, so we got out of there. Thanks to Zarya shield and that. Go ahead and throw that in there. Just trying to do damage where we can. We don't have just the follow-up damage. We're doing all the poke damage. Like, look at that damage we just did on that Zarya. Or, not Zarya, Zagara. Definitely doing everything we can as far as our they got their ults, and they're gonna Arthas is gonna go ahead and die once again. And natural ability. The animation got bugged, I guess, because we were so close. Got that Lucio in there again. So we're getting the damage out. We're just not getting the follow-up to finish them off. Level 16, we'll have something that'll help out a little bit. Help to get a little bit of this push off of us, which should hopefully free us up to go for more hero stuff. We're gonna go ahead and take out these Zag creep. Okay, so let's get in here. We need 16s to really before we fight, instead of fighting beforehand. Don't like missing that. That was a nice shove. Can't get in because this Zeeb ult is kind of blocking us off. We took it out, but team went and dove a little too hard there. We haven't got anything going on here. We're just kind of throwing in little damage here and there where we can.
We've lost our camp to the Alliance. Prepare to slay their cavalry.
Assuming they're still kind of in there. I guess not. That might be GG. Let's go back mid and try to defend this. This keep's gonna fall. Bottom keep's probably gonna fall. We might be able to hold off. Maybe. It's doubtful. Alright, so level 16, we're going to take Storm Bow and Scatter Arrow Pierce. The reason for that, so we can do that. So that we can get off 2 explosions when we hit minions. So it actually does more damage if you can get it to hit minions than it does actual heroes in that case. Because it's gonna do double the damage essentially. And just try to get as much damage out as we can on these minions, so hopefully the tower can, or the fort or keep can do a little bit for us. But Arthas with the worst Syndragosa I've seen. Oh man. Well, that's Hanzo. Hopefully you got an idea of what he can do as far as what Hanzo can do. He's extremely strong at poking. He can get some kills if they're not all grouped up, because if Hanzo goes in, he has a relatively low health pool. So if he goes in, he's gonna take some damage. He just is gonna drop. So as you saw, I mean, we did 65,000 hero damage. I mean, really, honestly, our Arthas died 8 times. It just gave the enemy too much of a lead, as they were able to go ahead and get those objectives kind of done. So as far as talents that we took at level 1, we took Simple Geometry, which was our quest talent. We completed that in about 2.5 minutes. It was really fast, and that is just getting enemy heroes hit with scatter arrows. At level 4, we took explosive arrows, so that when our Q ability hit minions or monsters, so basically minions or camps, mercenaries, or whatever, the storm bow would explode, dealing damage to the enemies around it. Helped our wave clear. Up until 4, Hanzo's not the best at wave clear. At 4, he can hold his own. At level 7, we took the Dragon Hungers, which made it so that when we hit an enemy with our Storm Bow, it gave us 5% more spell power for 10 seconds. So we actually were able to stack that up to 20%. And I think we probably had that, if I went back and watched it, we probably had that for a good amount of time. I felt like we were hitting quite a few people with our Storm Bow ability. At level 10, we took Dragon Strike, and that was more just for the zoning. Honestly, I probably should have taken the other ult looking at it just to get those stuns off. We just the problem was we just didn't have the follow-up damage, even if we had the stuns out there. What would have been a really good combo is if we could have comboed our Dragon Strike into Graviton Surge from Zarya, or even the Syndragosa from Arthas. We had the ability to combo up a lot of things. We just didn't work well together as a team. Level 13, we took Mounted Archery. What this did is so that when we hopped over our terrain using our trait ability, Natural Agility, we automatically mounted. So we gain movement speed, and we mount a really good tactic for trying to get out of somewhere, or if you're trying to chase someone down. Because you get that instant mount and you gain the terrain speed as well. Piercing arrows at 16. This made it so that our storm bow and scatter arrows pierce, so they hit an additional target. So what that really did for us is we didn't really get to use it too much, but it made it so that our storm bow, it synergizes well with our level 4, so it explodes twice, dealing pretty much taking out a wave in one hit. Also on the scatter arrow, if we could have gotten somebody in some of those really tight areas, we could have just basically shredded them. It would have been a really awesome way to showcase it, but unfortunately we weren't able to do so. Level 20, I probably would have taken the Dragon Awakens, where hitting an enemy with Storm Bow, Scatter Arrow, or basic attacks reduces the cooldown of Dragon Strike by 5 seconds. The cooldown is already, it's at 100 seconds. Now, with this, I tend to find that you're throwing out Dragon Strikes all the time. Which is really nice. Now, if you did go the other ult, if you went Dragon's Arrow, you could take play of the game where you could teleport to your arrow that you use. You basically shoot this huge arrow, kind of like Sergeant Hammer's bullet, BFG. And then when it hits somebody, you can, so after impact, you come out, you shoot them, dealing more damage to them, and then you can, you're right there too. So it's kind of like a teleport, I guess you could say, global somewhat ability if you end up hitting people. However, even if you don't hit people, you can go ahead and reactivate it to teleport to that location, but you can do so and do more damage if you happen to hit people. I don't ever take the other ones. An alternative build that you see a lot and might have been okay for us to take. I didn't really track on what we were doing, but target practice is one that I see people take every now and again. And what this does is this is just building up into your Q ability. So after hitting every enemy hero with Storm Bow, its range is increased by 30%. After hitting every enemy hero 3 times, its damage is increased by 100. So that really can boost your Q ability. Another thing that you see at level 4 is serrated arrows. So scatter arrow deals 100% more damage to minions, mercenaries, and monsters. Now the thing is that if you go the old build, you used to take serrated arrows, and then when you got to level 16, the storm bow, scatter arrows, pierce, and then the level 7 where you had the basic attacks reduce the cooldown of your scatter arrow. You could do like a minions or boss or whatever, and Hanzo could solo almost all of them because he could destroy, just do ridiculous damage because he would have scatter arrow up almost all the time, and it would do that extra 100% damage. And you got, if you took the scatter arrow quest at level 1, you had 7 arrows essentially coming out. It was just insane damage. So another, let's see, another thing that you would then take, you could take sharpened arrowheads, reduces their armor. However, I found that this is pretty weak. Because if you look here, so hitting a hero with Storm Bow or basic attack reduces their armor by 2 for 3 seconds up to a maximum reduction of 20 armor. You have to hit somebody 10 times to get like full value out of this thing. And it may seem like it would be easier. It'd be really good if you're weaving your Q and you're weaving your abilities on the same target for a long period of time. But Hanzo does so much damage naturally that I don't really see as much use in that. I guess it's more of a tank, like a tank buster type ability. It's not something that I personally would ever take. I always take the mounted archery to get that instant mount. However, you can take Stormbow grants move speed is another one that you see people, especially if they're building into that Q build. They get that extra Stormbow, or they get more movement speed for 6 seconds after hitting a hero with Stormbow, which is really effective, especially because using Stormbow lowers your movement speed while you're charging the ability. So having the extra movement speed from hitting and doing them consecutively would really help out with that. Other than that, that's basically the main builds that I would go on Hanzo. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Who is next? Next we have Illidan, and it's been a while since I played some Illidan. But with that, guys, I hope you guys all have yourselves a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys all next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more gaming content. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything. Thank you again. Have a great day.